Hey, what's up, besties? So today we're going to be trying the Apres dupe method. We're gonna see how this goes. I have kind of done a little bit of the prep work to kind of get this ready, and I wanted to show you guys. I did this method actually I've done it twice, and I didn't like this last set that I did, so I had recorded it and everything. I was like, ugh, this is horrible. I didn't even like it on my hand, but it was the day of the concert, so I had to keep going. I think it was because I was sick and I was, anyways. So we're gonna try the Apres method today. I wanted to show you guys, I'll do a close-up so you guys can see what it looks like when it needs to be filled. I went ahead and took the last little layer off that I had on this thumb because I wanted to try to do the feel with the Apres method. If you guys aren't aware of what this particular method is, it's basically where you're using a full nail tip and you're gluing it down using a stronger bond than just regular glue. So I'm going to be using the nail extensions gel from McCart, and I'm gonna use that as like my base. Okay, so that's how we're gonna see if this is going to work. Sorry about my face right now, you guys. I have been at work all day and my face is like ready to come off. Okay, and I was like, I'm not gonna go in and redo it. So you're getting what you're gonna get on tonight. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I think I'm going to use the khaki rose color to top everything off. And that's just going to be my top layer, and then yeah, so this method should not take that long. That's the goal, is that it's going to be really quick and really simple and really easy. Some of the tools that I have this little lamp here, which is a UV lamp, so this is like to quickly cure. I got this idea from my girl Elaine Michelle. You guys can follow her on her channel. She has nails and all that stuff, and she used this. She actually like puts it in her mouth and like bends down, because you'll see why you'll need all of this stuff. But yeah, we're gonna be using that. And let me see what else. The EC basket, we're gonna use their tips. I was gonna use my McCart tips, but I actually think I'd rather have stiletto nails versus the coffin this time, so that's kind of where I'm going with things. All right, so I've bored you guys to death with my intro. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get into the nail. Hey. Alright, you guys, so let's go ahead and get into everything. I guess I got this all in the way and all of that. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys kind of what I will be using today. I'm going to be using the EC basket, which is, I guess, Nail Gaga. But these are the stiletto full tips. I think I've used these before. You guys may have saw me use them, and then I had like cut them off. I didn't necessarily like use them the way they're supposed to, and I'm pretty sure I used the Apres dupe method on this particular nail, but this is what it looks like. It still has a very nice curve on it. Can you guys see that? Still has a very, very nice curve, and I'm happy and satisfied with how that looks on the side. So I really just want to try to feel that. We're going to be maybe using this lamp here. This lamp is just a LED lamp. It's perfect for if you're trying to hold down a nail and just need to quickly cure it. I've also been attaching this to my light right here. Oh, can you see it? I've been attaching it to the light and kind of like letting it sit there, but honestly, I don't know which one is better, so I just hooked this up over here and we go with it. I also purchased this McCart mini lamp, and this works pretty well as well, or you can just use your lamp that you already have to stick it on there. It just does make it kind of harder to do so. So I wanted to show you guys all the tools and things. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to be using the McCart nail extension gel, and this is what I use to adhere everything to. So I don't have the particular gel that they use. This is the gel that I choose to use, and I really, really like it. It's pretty sturdy and pretty thick. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my prep work, and then I will come. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do, hopefully you guys are able, maybe I need to zoom in some more. I'm still trying to get these angles together, y'all. Like, bear with your girl, okay? Bear with me now. All right, so this is what you do. You want to make sure that it has something to adhere to. So just like when you buff up your nails and all that stuff before you put a base coat on and all of that, you want to do the same thing for the inside of the nail. So this is why you will need a drill for this one if you don't have one at home. Working with the file, trying to file. The inside is going to be extremely hard, so yeah, you just want to go ahead and do that. So I'm using this one. I'll have a link to it in my Amazon shop. I think it was like maybe $19, and I think it had a coupon. The tip that I'm using, the drill bit that I'm using, is from a cart as well. These are some of their platinum gold drill bits, and I got this set because it had like all of these different ones in here, and this one I think was like $25. So again, I did not purchase all this stuff at one time. It was like over time as I use my personal care budget to buy little different things to enhance my collection, so I have things. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna show you how you do it. So the way that I do is I kind of start towards the middle section in here, and I go down, and you want to make sure you get that cuticle area, because that will help you to be able to kind of thin that out so it doesn't look as bulky around there. So you're doing this to, again, just kind of scratch up the surface to give it a little adhesion, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You do that to make sure that it can stick on there with the gel that we're going to be using. All right, so we are done there. I've already laid out all of my nails. Again, I do highly recommend when you start using the tips and things like that, that you make sure you start writing down exactly which ones you use, because it helps so much. All right, so we're going to be using the McCart base coat because that's my base coat of choice. I know there's some other ones out there, but I actually have Model 1's base coat, but I don't know. I guess I'll be using this until it goes out, and it might be on its way out as we are speaking. So we're just going to go ahead and put a base coat on all of these nails, and then we'll, you want to put a nice even layer on there, and then we'll come back. All right, so we're gonna stick this in there for 60 seconds to let the base coat get nice and basey. And this one does have a little heat spike, so we're gonna take that out real quick and we'll put it back in and try again. Like, it just, when that heat spike happens, child, you got to pull it out. All right, so now here is the quick and easy part. This is what I love. I'm using this McCart brush that came with it. I'm just gonna take some of this and kind of move it to the side so that I don't have anything on there. It's just a cleaner. This is the Gelish slip solution that I have here from Gelish, yeah. And I use that when I use the poly gel, but I like to use it just to clean off the poly gel, nail extension gel, whatever. All right, so we have done our due diligence, and we are just going to go ahead and get started with getting these nails on here. And I'm going to show you guys why it is so freaking difficult. So we're gonna go ahead and get this party started. I don't know if I can talk and do this at the same time because your girl's a little special. So I take it and I put it inside of here, just a little bit. All the girl really need is a little bit, and I move it over to the side because I'm so afraid that if I use this lamp, maybe it will whatchamacallit, like it'll dry up the whole tube or something. I don't know, I'm weird. So you just want to move that down, move that product down to the bottom, and make sure you're getting that bottom part. Now you don't want to put too much, you don't want to put too less, and you don't want to not put a lot on there, use not too much. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Sheesh. Okay, and you want to make sure it's kind of evened out and all of that, and you're gonna go directly onto your nail. And this is why this little, hopefully you guys can see the little lampy lamp. Okay. It's a little bit difficult when I have it like that, but you'll see the light come on. Okay, so we're gonna stick this on here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this lamp on. I'm going to stick the nail on here, and I'm putting it so that I can get the bubbles out of there. Okay, so we don't want any bubbles. And then I'm going right under this lamp, and I'm going to let that kind of cure for flash cure, okay, for 10 seconds. So it's getting right under that LED lamp, and you'll see like it got the bubbles out of there. So I'm going to show you another way. So that's one way to do it. Again, I have it hanging from right here, and I turn it on, and there's no bubbles on this nail at all. So we're just gonna keep rolling with it. We're gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna show you how to use this lamp as well, so you guys can get a picture of that to see if you want to purchase that or purchase these lights like this. I got this one for not $9, $6, something like that. I got that on sale on Amazon. Not on sale, but I got it from Amazon, and you get 3 of them in a pack. So I thought that was pretty cool. So again, I'm just going in, trying to create the even layer in there, going all the way to the bottom, and then we're gonna stick it, stick it, and I turn my lamp on, and we're gonna stick it down. No bubbles, no bubbles, just like that. And you can feel it, like you can feel the heat, I guess, with the lamp. Like with this little flashlight thingy. I keep calling it a lamp, but it's a UV LED light thing. So, and as you can see, it's very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very, very good. There we go. So let's just keep rolling, guys. Keep rolling. So this is pretty much how it works. It's very simple to do. And that's why I like it, because I have nails on that are going to last longer than if I did press on nails. So I know a lot of people are like, well, why don't you just use press on nails? Well, because these are a little bit more sturdy than the press on nails that a lot of people have, like in the store or whatever. And then using this method with like the glue and stuff just makes it super duper simple and super easy to use as well. So here we go again. We're gonna stick it and just make sure we don't have any bubbles. And I'm gonna press this down because I forgot to press my lamp beforehand. And this does take 3 AA batteries, so that's just something to be mindful of. Because when I got it, I couldn't even use it because I didn't have enough batteries. Did I say AAA or AA? I think it's AAA batteries is what it takes. And I was like going in remotes and stuff trying to steal it, and that wasn't working. All right, so just like that, in like however many minutes that was, I'm already on my pinky nail of this first hand, and I think we'll be Gucci-fi Gucci, and I will show you the next step. Okay, so we have flash cured all of these on there. You can go back in, and we'll go back through anyway and stick our hands in here all together so that they can cure completely. But I wanted to show you that. So now let me show you what it looks like when you use this little mini lamp right here. When you use the mini lamp. So we can go ahead and stick that on there. That's why I said this method is easy, but you still have to like use some. It takes a little bit when you get to this other hand. If you're doing it on yourself, like it's a little bit more difficult because you gotta hold, you gotta press, and that's why this method, like using this one, is a little bit more difficult for me, because you have to. Let me just show y'all. I'm talking, but I can't talk and show y'all at the same time. So here we are. We're pressing it down, and I'm trying to figure out how. Yeah. See what I'm talking about? Like, this is why this isn't my favorite method, because I'm like, if you can see, like it's already got like bubbles and all that stuff in there. Like, this is what you would have to do to use this little mini lamp. Try to get it just right under the lamp. You would hold it right. So let's make sure we got this stuff on here evenly again. Okay. I feel like it cured just a little bit, and if it did, I'm gonna go ahead and like take it off or whatever, and clean up around aisle 5, because if you leave any of that stuff around there, it will mess you up. So you want to make sure you take something and clean it up. You can even take some of the gel off of your finger if you need to. I'm trying to show y'all this method so y'all can see how it works. But I find the light to be Okay, so I will hold it down. P.O.P. Holding it down. And put it on here. I'm going to show you. Like, that's how much effort it's taking to put that on there. And then after I've held it, kind of put it over there on that lamp part. I still had some, because you're holding it so, this is the difference. So this is why I like using, let me see if you guys can see that. Can you see what I see? This is right in here. There's like extra right in there, versus this one is just very clean because I wasn't like having to press super hard on it. Looks like it's kind of coming off on the side. I'll probably just have to, oh, there we go. I didn't even have to file it down since it wasn't like completely cured, I guess. I just wanted to get that off of there. I am not a fan of that, but you can see like this one has the bubbles in it. So I did show you guys how to use this little lamp. It's just not practical when you're doing this by yourself. I would say this method is more practical because there's nothing holding your hand or tying, you know, has your hand tied down. So let's go ahead and put these other ones on. Okay. So I think we're done with the little lamp. So I'm going to move that out the way. So now we have all of our nails on. I've stuck them in the big lamp for 60 seconds. And let me move that back because I keep hitting that. So now we're going to rough up this surface. We're done with this, so we can go ahead and like put this up here, this clear. Hold on, let me do this first so I can get some of that. Oh, I guess I didn't have a lot of air. Okay, let me put that down there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put that up and then clean this little brushy. Clean a little brush off. Ooh, got some little silver speckles in there. Must be something in the in the water. Must be something in the water. So we're gonna go ahead and just buff up the nails because we want to be able to have the gel to fit nicely on there that we're about to use on top of there. Now again, this nail, oh wow, you guys didn't see any of that. So I'm about to rough up these nails here and give it, you know, just to take away that shine on top of there. I think it's time for me to get a new block, y'all. It might be time for a new block. Put that, add that to my list. I need to give me a couple of blocks in here because this is for the birds. And I'm gonna let them stay this long too. I'm not even gonna, no, I'm gonna let them stay this long. Which side is that? You can take your file and do the same thing. Like, it doesn't matter. This is the same exact thing. We're just trying to rough it up just to create a smooth, well, a rough, we're trying to rough it up to make it smooth. We're giving it something to adhere to. That's kind of how the gel and stuff works. Is when you rough up your nails, it gives it something to stick to. So that's all I'm doing here. This will be a great place for you right now. If you were interested in cutting these down, you could do that. You could cut them down now. I'm choosing not to because I just want to be ratchet. I want ratchet nails for the next couple of days. So I'm going to do that. And since these are basically press-ons, I can take these off on a weekend if I decide I don't like the ratchetry anymore. So that's what I am doing. It's so funny. You know what? When I was younger, I wanted to have a cooking show, and I used to sit in, okay, backstory, I am a only child. Wait. What? I was the only child at home. Child, I got 2 whole brothers. They gonna kick my butt. Talk about I was the only child. I was the only child at home for most of my life. There is a 13-year age difference between me and my brother. So by the time I was born and moving around and doing stuff for real, my brothers were out of the house. And so it was just me. I had me to play with and do things with. And so I used to play like store and things like that all the time because I like doing that. I had my own store. So anyways, I was saying all that to say I would talk to myself like I would have a little cooking show. I would have a grocery store and I would be talking to myself, and yeah, it was quite hilarious. Something I did today, I bumped my nail, the nail that I had on previously, and that thing is still hurting. Like, it still hurts over here, and I know it's just because of the way I bumped it. I made sure it wasn't bleeding or anything, so I'll keep an eye on that next time. Whatever I have on there, I want to make sure I go down to the bottom, just to make sure it, you know, nothing happened underneath that may sprout up later. That's kind of my life over here. So I think we're kind of good now. These are kind of long though, but ratchets we will be. We shall be ratchet, and you will enjoy my ratchetry because that's the life I live. Okay? So just deal with it. Long nails, long hair, red bottoms. Okay? Long hair, red bottoms. If y'all know what that song is, go look it up. Okay, making sure all of this is done over here. All right, so we have a nice smooth surface. So what you can do now is apply the base coat again. So we've already done that to the other nail. We're gonna apply this base coat here. And what they usually say to do is to apply a few coats of the base coat. So you're gonna apply base coat, base coat, base coat to kind of build up the nail. But what I'm doing is I'm gonna end up using this nail extension gel because I actually want to use that because of the color. I want the color on the nail extension gel. So that's why I'm kind of doing this this way, because I want to see that color. I'm gonna do one nail first and then we'll see if we like it. If we don't, we'll just polish and keep it pumping, because we ain't got time for that. Y'all ain't got time for that. Okay, so guess what? Ain't nobody got time for that. So we're just taking it there. You start down there. And I really like this I really like this method because it's easy. Like, I didn't gotta shape it or nothing. I was thinking about buying the actual Apres nails just to see if there's a difference in the thickness between these and the other ones. I found that these were just as sturdy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put another layer of the base coat on this nail because remember, we didn't do anything with it. We're just filling this one. So we're just gonna go ahead and add another layer on here. Make sure it's nice and even. Child, this a whole apex over here, just nice and thrifty. I'm gonna cut just a little bit more. So I see something that I don't like. There we go. Okay. All right. So we have that. Let's go ahead and do this one because I have the thing. It can stick both of them in there at one time. Okay. So you would keep going with the method just to, like I said, to build this up so that you have a nice build on your nail. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to deviate from that particular method, but again, you would just keep going. I'm going to add a color for strength, and because I'm just kind of lazy a little bit, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna add this khaki rose color to all of the nails, cure them, and then I'm going to add a little bit of white polish on top of there, and I'm gonna cure it, and then I'm gonna go back and add another another coat of what am I adding? And then we'll do top coat and we should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll probably be a little bit quieter because I don't know how this is going to work, but we're gonna try it. Okay, we're gonna see. All right, so your girl switched over to a voiceover because I was having a full-on Sammy concert. Okay, I really enjoy his music, and I definitely forgot, like, I had my Beats pill literally right next to this. So yeah, I just decided to go ahead and make this a voiceover. So right now I am using the McCart nail extension gel. Now before, if you guys have watched the video, I have it linked up here. You'll see I was calling it the polygel nail extension gel, and that's what the website says and that's what Amazon says, but it's really just a builder gel, so not necessarily something you want to use. When I actually did use it, I tore some stuff up because it held up for a day, and then by like Tuesday I was breaking them nails. So it's not as strong as a actual polygel. It's more so a builder, something you would put on top of something instead of just using it alone, is what I'm trying to say. So what you see me doing now, I'm basically just painting it on, and I just make sure I get the levels really even and leveled out so that I don't have to worry about it. Now you see I am struggling here because for some reason your girl had issues. I don't know if I did this or it did it itself. I'm thinking maybe I had it by a lamp or something, and so maybe some of the gel is like hardened or whatever, but I would be the first to tell you I struggled so much. Like, it was taking forever and taking all of my time. My soul got tired, and I was like, okay, I'm not doing this. So as you can see, like, as I got a little momentum, I just started like scooping them on the nails. Like, you see 2 nails right there I haven't even like leveled it out yet. But yeah, it was, whew, look at that, just a whole lot of, come on, like squeeze it. So anyways, I'm going back to that and I'm just leveling it out like you see. And I just wanted to show you guys that so you can see like how it does make a slight hint of color. My idea, I wanted to do a baby boomer nail, so I figured I would need this to start with, and then I would use a polish to kind of go over it and see if that would work, if that would help. But by the time I got done doing all of this, honey, I was tired. Okay, your girl was fit to be tired. All right, so this is actually not a pre-dupe nail. This was just a polygel nail that I had been wearing, trying to see how long the polygel would actually last. And this is actually three sets. Two sets? 1 or 2 sets in. But anyways, it did really good. Filling it with this method, I actually was impressed with how well it did. So now I'm going in with this Beetles nail polish. It's number 291. I love the Beetles polishes. These are very, very much so like comparable to some of your OPIs and stuff like that from what I've seen. Okay, like, you know, I'm a nail connoisseur, been getting my nails done quite a long time, and this one does really well. It is nice and thick and very pigmented, and it spreads well. It just does a really, really good job. Like, it does what it says that it's going to do, which is paint your nails. Okay, and you don't want to have to worry about all that stuff. Like, look how nice and shiny it is just like sitting there on my nail. You can tell this is a very nice polish. Highly recommend you go to my Amazon shop and pick you up some, even if you're not using it on extensions. You know, you just want a nice gel polish for your hands. This one is absolutely nice. So as you guys can see, this is my right hand and I'm painting with my left hand. Child, this is a struggle because, you know, your girl, whew, I'm right-handed, so this is just a whole lot. So I have to you know, kind of take my time with it, but I did pretty good. I'm just gonna go in and do some cleanup. I'm using some of the gelish, or you can just use alcohol, whichever one works best for you to use to be the cleanup woman, because you want to clean that up before you put it into the oven, because you'll have a lot of extra work to do if you don't. Okay, so you just see me just using that, and I'm just taking it all the way around the nails. I'm taking a separate brush and using that to just clean up around those edges. Anything that I have messed up or I feel like I have, okay, of course I'm out of frame, but anyway, it wouldn't be Michelle if I wasn't out of frame, right? So that's how it looks before I stick it in there. And again, I just can't stress enough how important it is to do that cleanup beforehand, because you will end up with something that you'll have to do a lot more work with than you plan on when it's not in there. So I'm just letting it sit in there for 60 seconds, and I'm gonna pull it out and just see how it's looking. With this hand, I didn't do the poly gel, but on 2 nails, I'm sorry, the nail extension gel, but on 2 nails. So everything else, I just wanted to kind of make sure I had that same, you know, strength and all of that. So I did go back in with 2 coats of this polish, and the second round is always a lot easier than the first round because you already have built your foundation. So the brush just kind of like glides just right on there. Oh, I just love it so much. I'm thinking maybe I need to start doing my right hand first and then my left hand, so that I can, I don't know, maybe I'll do that. I'll try that. It's just so easy for me to do my left hand and then I move and then I go to my right hand. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a thing. But as you can see, it has these nails, like these nail tips have a really nice like apex, and I really like that. Because it's nice and strong and sturdy, and because it has that S curve, it does really sit well on the nail and keeps it nice and steady. I have not broken, but I had like 2 nails to come off, and they didn't break like in half. They literally just like came off like a press-on nail, and for me that's really good. I do have like lifting, just natural lifting. It doesn't matter, like even when I was going to the nail techs, I had some lifting with my nails, so it just happens anyways. I think it's the way my nail beds are, so it's a whole entire thing, and I'm okay with that. All right, so now I am going in with the top coat from McCart, and this is quite possibly my most favorite, my favoriteest, the best one of them all, because it just gives you a nice shine. You don't have to worry about wiping it off. It's a no wipe top coat, and it just does really, really well. It lasts. Like, I love how the results of the nails come out looking just as shiny as the polish is supposed to be. Like, it doesn't alter the polish whatsoever, so I really, really love it and I highly recommend it. So I'm just sticking it in the oven and give it a nice little nuke. And now I am getting into my jewels, and I'm using some of the Model 1's gel. And that gel is absolutely amazing. It is about $9, and I think you get 2 of them in the pack. So I definitely highly recommend it, because I put these jewels on. As you can see, I'm just placing them down. I like already spreaded the glue gel down there, and then I'm just placing them down and being kind of strategic, using my little nail picker upper jewel thingy that I got off of Amazon as well. All this stuff is linked in my Amazon shop, and I just love it. I had some lifting on the nail that has the jewels on it, and the jewels did not budge, so I'm always here for that. They are still on there, still intact, like 2 weeks later, and that is absolutely amazing for me. I'd rather have to take them off than for them to fall off on their own. So yeah, that's the completed look, you guys. Look, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and always put on your oil so that your nails ain't ashy. Okay, love you guys in real life. Mwah. KK, bye.